Okay, hi, Jody Hamilton's here.
Hello.
Her lover, Charlie Pierce, is coming up. And that husky got really chatty yesterday. Mark Short testified.
Yeah. Testified to
we
the
can't use Walter.
DOJ.
Don't we have a husky? What's the husky? His teeth look like he chews on Grizzle a lot, doesn't he? He's got those blue husky eyes. All right. Anyway, that was good news that he was testifying to a grand jury.
Yeah.
Our friend, Allison Gill, who was just here yesterday, said, who could Mark Short provide information on? Eastman, Trump, the Secret Service, and foreknowledge of violence. There aren't many other bigger fish, and Andrew Weissman says the fact he was put in the grand jury and not just interviewed by the FBI is incredibly significant.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's good.
And also,
when I do my Rock'em Sock'em Robot, it's really...
Jeffrey Toobin said this might be the biggest development of the entire investigation.
Yes.
they said in addition to Mark Short, one of Pence's lawyers was also there testifying before the grand
There
jury.
were three people that testified
three,
yesterday.
But here was the cherry on top. He said Matt Gaetz probably going to jail. Oh, it's
I
fantastic.
like that even better.
On that note, let me just say what everybody here knows. Mike Pence will never be president.
This is it.
Oh.
Nice guy, not a leader.
Mark?
Well, I don't know if Mike Pence will run for president in 2024, but I don't think Matt Gaetz will have an impact on that. In fact, I'd be surprised if he was still voting. It's more likely he'll be in prison for child sex trafficking by 2024. And I'm actually surprised that Florida law enforcement still allows him to speak to teenage conferences like that. So I'm not too worried about Matt Gaetz. Thanks.
Oh, my.
Wow. That's what I said yesterday. Why does he remain unimprisoned
agree.
to say stupid things?
In front of children.
Where's Mike?
You breathed in too. Did you breathe in some spit?
Do you need a drama sting?
I breathed in COVID. Splat. I need gasps. Thank you.
Oh.
Yes, it's very gaspy, isn't it?
It is.
Mark Short said it. It's not like some wild-eyed liberal like me. That's what I keep saying. Why is Rapey McForehead out talking?
McFivehead.
It's five-head. It's a five-head, Stephanie.
Ah, Jesus. I don't understand. By the way, I understand they're just trolling. But that's the whole point of them. Where's the Q&A with the new reporter? Oh, Olivia Iverson said, Matt Gaetz doubled down on his comments in our interview this morning. Question, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight? Answer, yes. Question, what do you say to people who think those comments are offensive? Answer, be offended.
Yeah, he's trolling.
You child rapist, shut up and go to prison. Oh my God. They're all awful. I mean, here's Tim Ryan. J.D. Vance thinks parents should stay in violent marriages, quote, for the sake of their kids. And that's not just wrong, it's unbelievably dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah, what J.D. Vance said is more dangerous than what Matt Gaetz said. Matt Gaetz is just trolling people.
Yeah.
But
Being a jerk.
what J.D. Vance, that's a core belief by J.D. Vance, and that's dangerous.
That's dangerous. That's trouble.
Right. It's all trouble. They're all just being jerks. They're all just trolling, trying to, I guess.
You stay in a violent marriage that your husband or wife is being doing the beatings, and then the children also get beaten up too.
Yes.
So
Right.
please.
Yes, I've said many times before, as someone who's been the victim of domestic violence, you. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the number, I don't have the number in front of me, of the women that are killed by domestic partners. It really, oh God. By the way, where has he been?
He was in Israel.
That's
Israel.
right. He was in Israel.
Yeah.
But
For some conservative conference in Israel.
Are they voting for him there?
Wherever you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear more from the Husky. Mark Short testified yesterday, which we've decided is a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Speaking of Joe Biden. Yeah.
If the mob had gotten closer to the vice president, I do think there would have been a massacre in the Capitol that day. I'm not so sure the Secret Service's lives were those in danger, though. I think that likely there would have been a lot of other lives lost that day. And I think that there were a lot of challenges that were posed by Secret Service who obviously did not anticipate the Capitol being breached. And it's been reported wanted to evacuate the vice president off the property, but he refused. And so that created extra challenges. And, candidly, they just did an amazing job that day in protecting not just him, his family, but the staff that was around him as well.
Yeah, but what about the Trumpy ones that have hired their own lawyers?
You that are questionable.
That seems suspect.
Yeah.
To me. Can you play the part again where he talks about Matt Gaetz going to prison? Yeah, play the next one. Mark Short, again.
On that note, let me just say what everybody here knows. Mike Pence will never be president. Nice guy, not a leader.
Mark?
Well, I don't know if Mike Pence will run for president in 2024, but I don't think Matt Gaetz will have an impact on that. In fact, I'd be surprised if he was still voting. It's more likely he'll be in prison for child sex trafficking by 2024. And I'm actually surprised that Florida law enforcement still allows him to speak to teenage conferences like that. So I'm not too worried about Matt Gaetz. Thanks.
I may ask you to play that like 14 more times. Allison Gill, our friend, said, I tweeted, I feel like Gaetz' case is in limbo. They can't indict him because it would impact his election. They can't keep delaying Greenberg's sentence because it's been a year, and I don't think they've declined to indict him yet, or Gaetz would be squawking about his innocence. I keep asking, like, what is going on with this? Is that what they're saying? Like, oh, it's too close to the election
It's
now?
not too close. It's 60 days out is the DOJ's
Right.
policy.
But that's what I mean. How long can they
Way more
delay
than that.
Greenberg's sentencing, right? They're obviously, he's Walter the dogging more than,
Oh, yeah.
right? I'm sorry, there's more? Okay. About Matt Gaetz? Really? Okay. Chris, who said about Liz Cheney, this woman will follow Donald Trump to the gates of hell if she has to, and she will make it her life's purpose to make sure he is not president of the United States again.
Mr. Whipple.
No, Anna Navarro said, I feel like Liz Cheney will be at the gates of hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't squeeze
One way or
that.
another. Maybe just visiting her father. But hey, oh, come on. That was so true. Okay. Oh, hang on. Hold, please.
Oh, okay.
Hold, hang on. Oh, Colonel Vindman tweeted 3 years ago today. L.A. Vindman listened to the perfect call. Minutes later, Alex and I reported the crooked call in accordance with our duty and obligation to the Constitution. Many others didn't live up to their obligation, fostering a lawless culture. 1-6 was the direct result. Because he keeps getting away with it.
Yeah.
He can't keep getting away.
Can't.
No.
Right?
He can't.
Because
He can't keep getting away with it.
Mueller was not allowed to indict,
He
right?
can't keep getting away with it.
A sitting president, for whatever reason, not allowed to prosecute the 10 counts of obstruction in Trump Russia, right? And then we were. Everything Adam Schiff said was the first impeachment about Ukraine was true, and then at 1-6, here we go. And this is it is insane. Someone said it again yesterday. The fact that he's even talking about running for president and he is not in prison is How are you feeling, Jody? How are you feeling about the general pace of this Department of Justice?
Well, like Allison says,
Yes.
people that are like, oh, this isn't going fast enough. She's like, what coup have we investigated prior that you have a timeline on?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
we have nothing to compare this to. And as Merrick Garland said last week, this is the biggest investigation in their
huge.
history. So
It's huge. It's
And she
Watergate's
was-
nothing comparatively.
right. Yeah.
And that took 2 years.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm a little emotional. People that I really love have COVID, and I just hate everyone. Present company accepted, of course.
No, except for me.
Except for Chris.
No. You're
Really?
Listen, you're on my team. I will still tell you when there's debris in the road and when it's time to stop.
Okay, thank you.
Moving on.
On my team.
Pat on the ass. Get moving. Get moving.
That's an HR violation.
Yeah.
Kevin in DC.
Yeah, she's HR, though.
I know.
Kevin in DC.
That's
Hello,
my
Kevin.
husband's ear.
Good morning.
Your husband's
and
ear
there's-
dresses like that on purpose.
It's asking
Husband's
for
ear was bent over that pinball machine asking for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Your husband's ear is always asking for it.
Hi, Kevin.
Oh, hi,
Kevin.
Kevin. Let me take a break from sexually harassing Travis's husband for you to sexually harass me. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just gotta say real quick. I can never get but so mad at Chris. One, because he speaks fluent nerd, and two, when I was doing my Chris Farley routine after the first time I ever got to kiss Steph, he listened to me go on and on and on. A man that can
At the
take
after
that
party,
can't
yes.
be all bad.
Yes.
I mean, my God,
Yes.
the poor guy.
Well,
I thought
you
it
know
was
what my
like
friend
only a
Rob
couple of-
says is my seam must be made of lavender and honey because no one ever gets over me, including Chris LaVoy.
But let me
I've seen
say,
your lavender and honey.
See, yeah,
Yeah.
you have in the garage right there.
Yep.
Ugh.
Oh, now wait a minute, Chris. Don't get me jealous. See, you ruined it. I'm jealous if you
All
actually
right, let
saw
us
it.
explain what happened. Do you have some nostalgia music? Back
Sure.
in my day, before the war, when we were doing Sexy Liberal Virtual because we all had COVID.
Well,
Right. I was playing Judge Janine, was I, in the basement
Yes.
I didn't.
Broadcasting from the
I
basement.
was wearing a long gown, so I didn't think I needed to wear underwear, Kevin. You know how it
and
is.
everybody knows that Stephanie Miller goes commando. She's never worn underwear in her life.
And it was a long gown and right. So anyway. I at least felt the breeze. Like I had nothing going on for years
and
down
I was
there,
filming.
Kevin. There was it was a barren place, no man's seat or anybody could find purchase down there.
right.
Well,
yeah, but I was
guess-
I was doing a comedic pratfall and I was like, ooh, I feel something cold. Chris is filming this. I think he just saw my cooter.
Yeah, I saw her cooter.
I guess I will be placated because you guys always say it doesn't mean anything to him, but still, hopefully.
If it means anything to you, he did not enjoy it at all.
I
It was
didn't.
quite traumatic
Okay.
for
Yeah.
him.
No,
and,
Yeah, his retinas did not
her
handle that
cooter
well.
is burned in my memory forever.
Well, then I would still trade places with you, Chris. But let me say my point.
I
then,
felt cold
because-
air, and I literally my thought bubble was like, "Oh, I hope Chris didn't just see my." See.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then when we finished the scene, he was like, "Cut." I'm like,
And
"Did
I'll-
you see?" I'm like, he's like, "I saw your."
Also, Kevin, there's so much dust. He still has asthma.
Yeah.
All right. Are we
Well,
done
then
making fun
I-
of me and my cooch?
I
so we can
dodged the
move on?
tumbleweeds that came flying out of there.
Those saloon
Hey,
doors
I
almost
would-
hit you in the face.
Listen, the saloon doors have opened since then, since COVID.
Yes, they have.
Wow.
I would still, depending on the way, because I have no ego. And the first time I met her, I said, "There's no way that this well-known, popular celebrity is grinding on me. There's no way." Except that
She
Stephanie
gr-
admitted
Oh,
it
I'm a common
the next
whore.
day.
Oh,
I am a common whore on the
Have you
road.
seen the
Once I get
picture
out of
of
the
her?
house, ay.
Well,
Not
let me
sound like a
let
koala
me.
bear.
By the way,
ask
you can
this,
see that at Sexy Liberal DC, September 10th. I am sure I will grind on Kevin in some fashion. September 10th, sexyliberal.com. Okay.
And that's about.
Oh, and Glenn
unfortunately.
Kirshner. There will be a lot of grinding. He will be on panel. I will be there with Hal Sparks, John Fugelsang, and there's some other very big names that are being
Yes,
speculated
bandied
Bandied
about.
about.
Yes.